Good day. Welcome back to Let's Homestead Instead.
So I thought I'd share with you what Lily brings in her lunch. We're going to start with snacks. Seaweed, healthy. Pepperettes, not so healthy, but it's protein. And in here, oops, celery sticks. An apple, and it's an apple fresh from a tree, so it looks like this, but probably very tasty and healthy. And radishes. She loves radishes. She's got a bit of pink Himalayan sea salt for her radishes, and her main meal will be spaghetti squash and homemade spaghetti sauce. Heat up in a pan, not in a microwave, to put it in her thermos. It's just as quick, guys. Microwaves are not always neat. For breakfast, she's having her usual porridge or oats with maple syrup and raw cream. And the reason why there's a big bowl like that is she shares it with Mr. Kovu. Kovu, say good morning. Kove. Hi. I'm gonna add a banana to her lunch. Is it ripe? I suppose it's okay. Just because she normally brings some yogurt, and she said that the yogurt was starting to taste cowy yesterday, so that means I gotta make another batch. Ooh, lucky, lucky dog. We're gonna add some cheese in there too. Why not? She's a growing girl, right? Except for I put it in baggies, and I prefer to put it in containers. Oh, and that's another thing. Containers. She had these cute little glass containers because we like to keep food in glass containers and out of plastic, and the school refuses that the kids bring plastic containers. So now I got to go and find some smaller stainless steel ones. I have some bigger ones because baggies and plastic, it's just not, it pollutes, you know. It's I go and do my workout, and the day starts again. Good morning. Working out at Tan's today, so it's only going to be a short clip because it's not pretty. All right, so the workout's over. On to the barnyard. So today we're going to be talking about food. What kind of food's good, what kind of food's not good. It's so complicated these days. You just never know. People tell you low fat, people tell you high fat, people tell you a combination of both. Which one is right? Hi, Kiki. Hi, Kiara. Good morning. Good morning. And this time, I'm going to wait till you get down before I check the nesting boxes. Come on. On guard. Here he comes. Yeah. Good morning, on guard. You chatty chat this morning. There's Dazzles. She is the only Muscovy female. Just put a light here. Yeah, you better stay up there. No eggs again. Grr. When are you gonna start laying? I have these scraps that I'm gonna give the goats this morning. Hi, ladies. Lily. Treats. Come over here. Dogs, these are goat treats. Lily loves treats, right, Lily? A lot of people get confused. We have 2 Lilies on the farm. This is Lily of the Valley, and our daughter is Lily. You stink. Bucks and rut stink. I'm gonna let the pears play again a little bit, and Kovo's gonna get his exercise until he starts barking too much. Then I'll come and get him again, because it's just profound and excessive barking once he starts. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about food and health, nutrition. What is good for you? What is not good for you? I've been studying on my own nutrition for years now. Like ever since I'm in my 20s, I've always been very curious about what does the body good. But over those 20 plus years of my personal studies, I've come to realize that I probably changed my mind 20 times as well on what is good for us. And today I'm really interested in finding out what you think is good for you. What type of foods do you eat? So that's why I started my little video this morning with Lily's lunch. Now, I could have shown you a lunch or on another day where we prepared everything perfectly and made it look like she eats healthy every day. And that would just be fake. That wouldn't be true. Although we are healthy eaters, we cheat, especially this summer. We went over the board with the move and everything, whatever was quickest. Scott and I really like chips. We ate some, like not the natural ones, not any type of chips really you buy at the store. Not that good for you because of the oils that they're cooked in. And we got off track like big time. Last year we stayed for several months on the GAPS diet, and that actually really did us well. So I'm gonna show you a picture of Dr. Natacha McBride Campbell's book right here. And also a picture of the book Nourishing Traditions. I forget the author's name. I was supposed to write it down, but I never look at my notes anyway, so here's the book. And so basically after GAPS, we went more towards Nourishing Traditions, which allowed grains and or certain grains that were fermented, and you know, making bread and stuff like that, because we really missed bread. And fruits. GAPS and Nourishing Traditions allows fruit. So after studying the ketogenic diet, if I'm saying that right, I decided to give it a shot. It's very restricted, high fat, very low carb, and good fats, that is. And being on a homestead, raising our own animals, actually allows us to be able to eat good meats, so meats that were raised without hormones or antibiotics, and meats that are, well, the animal was grass-fed. We couldn't do that this summer with our chickens, but that is our plan. If we move on another farm, we're looking for pasture, because we're looking to raise our animals on pasture, the Joel Salatin way. If you don't know about Joel Salatin, I recommend you, I'll leave a link. Is that how they do it? I'll leave a link. Anyways, down below actually. And then you can find out all about him, because he's the lunatic farmer that we absolutely admire. And we learned a whole lot from him, and that's what we're trying to achieve. I posted a video in regards to us waiting on an answer for a farm that we actually made 2 offers on it, and this was our final offer, and I've asked you guys for your prayers. So tonight at 8 o'clock we find out if we get it or not, so I'll be sharing that in the next video with you. So back to the food. you all know about all the different kinds of diets like Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig, the DASH diet, and blah, blah, blah. The Mediterranean diet. There are lots of diets out there. Which one is best for us? Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Right now, what I believe, and this is a personal, it's personal to me, is that high fats, good fats are very good for you. And the reason why I believe this more and more is because I tried and I tweaked a whole bunch of diets and always looking to feel optimal and at my best and have the highest energy, the best sleep at night. And within the last 2 or 3 years, I've gained a lot of weight. Now, I wasn't very big to begin with, and I have very small bones, so I started hurting a lot. Now, in another video, I'm going to explain to you that I do have this condition called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. That's E-H-L-E-R-S, Danlos, D-A-N-L-O-S syndrome. So if any of you have this condition, I want to know about it because it's hard to live with that every day. Most of you know my friend Bev. She lives with fibromyalgia every day. That is what we thought I had for the longest time, fibromyalgia. And it turns out that it's not. It's Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and it was a neurologist that actually diagnosed me with that. And that is when I went on the GAPS diet, which really, really helped me with my condition. And I knew about GAPS because I was working with special needs children, and that diet is very recommended for, especially for autism. Now, your diet will do lots of things for you, you know, clear up the brain fog and help out with your swelling and arthritis. And so far, being on the ketogenic diet, I'm not even saying that right, I'm so French, ketogenic diet, wow, my energy is so much better and the brain fog is slowly leaving. My inflammation is gone down. Like my wedding ring is on my little finger, but look, it's starting, and it was tight and it's starting to get loose. So I'm going to be able to put it back on my finger very, very soon. Articulation is much better. My workouts, more energy. So far, I have to say, wow, the first day or two, you kind of get a bit of the keto flu, they call. And that's because, you know, you're taking away all the carbs and your body has to switch and you feel dry in your mouth. And in the beginning, I honestly thought, wow, what is this? This is a junk diet because I'm not feeling very good. But you kind of get past that, and then all of a sudden you're detoxifying and you're feeling way better. I've been on it for 2 weeks. The first week I kind of did a bit of the Weight Watchers, but with real foods, no packaging, and as healthy as possible. And I have to say that my energy is much better and I feel satiated, like way more. I feel full after a meal, and it'll keep me for longer, you know, like the bulletproof coffees or fat coffees in the morning with the butter and the coconut oil in there is makes me feel really good, and it keeps me until lunchtime. So you are allowed vegetables. You must eat vegetables on the low carb ketogenic diet. It's not the carnivore diet. It's the ketogenic, and the ones that are allowed are asparagus, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, avocado, celery, even olives, and there's more that I'm missing, but those are feel free to eat as many as you want. And you can, kale, you know, you could fry up some kale in bacon fat or some cabbage, mix that up with bacon or chicken. It's actually very yummy. And I find the recipes, they're just tastier and it keeps you satisfied and full for longer. So that's why I opted for this diet, and especially everything they claimed for inflammation, because a lot like my friend Bev, every day getting up out of bed sometimes was hard. You know, back pain, joint pain, lots of joint pain. And so far with the exercising and the dietary meal plan, or the diet plan, I'm feeling good. Now, a lot of people are going to say, don't do keto. Oh my God, it's so bad for you. High meat, high fat. It's going to clog your arteries. It's going to give you high cholesterol. Please do your research on that. Go look at Dr. Natacha Mcbride's channel, or she doesn't have a channel, but there's links to her and there's videos. And find out about fats, just the ketogenic diet and all the doctors that are really for that kind of diet. And but we'll see. Right now I'm feeling really good. I'm eating healthy, and I'm starting to realize that, you know what, fruits are good. You're allowed a bit of fruits on the ketogenic diet as well. However, in smaller quantities, and it's more like berries, like strawberries and blueberries and raspberries. And the way I look at it, the way I want to do it, I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I'm going to cheat a little bit if you want. I live in Quebec. I live up north of Quebec. Not that far, but far enough that it's kind of cold in here. It's cold around here in the winter time, and the only food to survive that would be available would be meat, would be wild animals, because nothing grows here during the winter time. And I think that taking that into consideration, your environment has to do with the way you should be feeding your body. So if you're south, you have fruit trees and all that, then go ahead, eat them. You're sweating more, so you're going to eliminate those carbs. But around here, I want to eat what's around me. So maple syrup will be in the spring, because that is totally not allowed on a ketogenic diet. But I might, you know, drink the maple water, which is super cleansing and healing, in the springtime. And right now it's fall, so the hardest thing right now for me is not to bite into one of those fresh apples right off of the tree. But anyway, I'm going to try to eat things that are in season. So my cheats will be like the candy for me is going to be those apples, that maple syrup or the sap. And the berries, well, that I'm probably going to keep along the year, because I am allowed up to half a cup a day, and some heavy cream, raw cream, fresh from the farm. And we're lucky like that with this diet. We have fresh meat, fresh cream, and I make yogurt, kefir, cheese. And that's another thing you're allowed on the ketogenic diet is cheese, and try to choose like older aged cheese as well as raw if possible. So that's enough for today. That was a long video, but a lot of information there. If you have any questions on the ketogenic diet, I'm still new at it, but I'll try and answer you as best I can. If you have any comments in regards to what you're doing for your health, or if anybody wants to follow me, I can share my meal plan. I have a coach that I just had a phone call with her today for an hour, and we talked about what I did, what I ate, how I exercised. If you want to follow my meal plan, I will be happy to share it with you. I'm also going to post some pictures of some meals, some keto meals that I've made at the end. And also there are sometimes some bloopers all the way at the end after that little music. So if you want to just stay tuned and not shut it off right away, then you can see like the bloopers that went on during the day while we're making that video. All right, take care, guys. One thing I forgot to mention, bone broth. It was behind me the whole time. It's been simmering for almost 48 hours. I've got rabbit in there, well, rabbit carcass and chicken with lots of celery and spices. So bone broth you can have on the ketogenic diet. It's actually it's highly recommended. Working out at Tan's today. Do you see what I mean?